I think the Warlock's gonna be good here. Maybe, hopefully.
I think it could work.
I think it could work. I think this Medusa could also go completely crazy in this game too, because it's
hard to tell.
It's really hard to actually get in and do damage on him.
I think Wings has to play like MVP how you used to play, and I think Wings can pull off, like they have to kind of run at them like a brawl constantly, you know, and keep doing it with these Juggernauts and Daxias with Shell and like multiple heroes, and like Warlock. I don't know if he doesn't go upheaval. I think he should this game. I think it's very good against these Drow and Medusa because they're already slow. So if you actually get this upheaval on them, they can't move simply. Yeah, TP's bottom lane. Right here.
I mean, I feel as well, looking at OG's draft, the way that they've done it, they've got so many ways of saving each other. You know what I mean? It's going to be so hard, surely, for Slark to try and make a go on someone, because he's got to worry about someone being false promise, someone being put in a snowball, the Stone Gaze coming out, a Berserker's Call, even a Gust from the Drow Ranger. You know what I mean? So for Slark to actually get in there and do the damage.
That's a really cool point, too, with a Berserker's Call with Stone Gaze, the interaction with that.
Oh,
you turn people to face the Medusa, that could actually come into making a big play in this game.
That's a good point. But at the same time, like, yeah, I mean, Wings have these natural, like they have a natural mech pipe, like not pipe is probably irrelevant to this game, but like they have mech, they have Crimson Guard potentially from the Daxia. They also have this very slippery hero. Juggernaut, Ricky, Slark, Daxia, like they kind of have the same thing, that it's none of the teams really want to commit fully. Like OG wants to kind of siege, and Wings wants to like poke them constantly, right? And eventually initiate.
The battle begins.
And in terms of kind of overall game plan, obviously the way that the draft started, you know, OG with this drown and being responded to by Slark, it's kind of like, all right, okay, OG are going to be looking for a certain timer. But the fact that they've gone back and rounded up this lineup with a Medusa, does that kind of say to you, Ben, that the OG there, they don't mind it if it doesn't kind of kick off as early as they want to with the Drow, that they can still take this lane?
That's generally how it is with Drow nowadays. Drow like doesn't really have a 30-35 minute timer anymore, especially with the Axe Maelstrom build. I think it's surprisingly good after that phase, but I think that's one of the cool parts about Drow. You can win in 25 minutes, but you can also go 40 plus.
Indeed, the lanes at the moment, nothing too out of the ordinary. It is indeed, as you talked about, that kind of dual combination up top with the Darks here and the Ricky. Bottom lane, Moon receiving a fair bit of harassment. At top lane, they actually might be able to get themselves first button. Indeed, they will. Oh, OG, they're going to find themselves one, and Darks here now left on his own. They'll just take themselves a second. So, I mean, as soon as we talk about this off-lane combination, Misery, it shouldn't be off to a start like that, should it?
But that was what I said, right? You can go there, number one, and contest, but it's kind of what we did against Liquid yesterday as well with Bounty Hunter Daxia. If it fails, you're very far, like you feel very far behind, and it's very hard to now, like they're just gonna go back in there, and I think it's probably the right call. Like you just want to keep you want to keep all three heroes there, you want to keep pressuring them, but I still think going jungle level 1 fast and just be content with farming for like 2 minutes and then going there might have been a better choice. But in China the teams in general don't really value Iron Talon. Like we haven't seen that much this tournament. It's mainly just going to the lane and contesting, even if you are looking at a really hard lane. Just to keep supports there, just to sit there, you know, and be present in the lane.
Yeah, just some pressure.
Because if you actually go Iron Talon jungle, the supports are free to move. The carry gets uncontested farm. Like suddenly the mid laner is exposed. They can also just go on and contest your jungle farming, so there's no point really Iron Taloning, it seems, at this stage in how Dota is right now. Even though it is like faster, like super fast farming.
I mean, how much of a change do you think that little thing did make, you know, with the experience kind of buff for the offlaner, getting it from when the neutral denies there? Does that really make much difference to the offlane, or is that very negligible?
I think it's I think it helps offlaner slightly, but I don't think it changes on how the game is played. Like in that sense, it was already at that point where people were contesting the offlane instead of going Iron Talon. I don't think it has an effect in that sense.
I guess at the least for Wings at the moment, as we can see, it's the pressure that they're putting on No-Tail. It's meaning that he's starting to fall behind at the Shadow slot. 14 for 3 in their own safe lane compared to No-Tail's 10 for 3. Trying to make a little bit of a go again onto the Ricky. They're going to move in. They've got the dust, but Ricky actually jumping out in time over to the Darks and OG. They can't quite chase that down. bottom lane again, just putting the harassment on Moon, trying to back him up. And Moon, obviously, he is an offlaner that does like to no-tail and hit it up into the jungle. This time around, he's sticking in the lane. And Ben, is he just safer for him to find stuff? And Blink, I mean, dancing around in the mid lane with Miracle, but obviously feels confident with the backup of the kitty cat healing ward. But the offlane for OG, Moon doesn't want to go to the jungle quite yet.
It's the same reason that the wings are staying up here too. Like they already wasted a century, it does. Like they're having to expend mana on early game items like the Drow, for example, picked up a magic stick, which you don't really want to do. You prefer to go more agility items, Aquila, so you can push down your tower. So it's the same thing, just slow them down a little bit and don't let them have a free lane.
Yeah, so you can basically look at his axe and you can see, yeah, he has 4 CS. Why is he not jungle? And but what happened if he jungles is the Warlock would chain pull and Slag would get the full XP from the wave, which means that both of them would be level 6 at like 6-7 minutes potentially, right?
Yeah.
And Axe, yeah, you're sure he would have 30 CS or whatever, but this level 6 Warlock at that time, like both of them are level 3 now or something like that, right? And it's 4 minutes into the game, so it does a lot that he's just there, and he's getting levels himself. He's not getting farm, but levels.
Yeah, it's a really good point. A lot of people don't really think about, especially like when you're playing like more casual type games and anything, you look and it's like, why aren't you like doing this? It's not efficient, but like you're actually doing so much just by staying there. Even though you're not walking up and hitting anybody, you're not really killing anything. You force pressure onto the other team just from your presence.
At the moment in the mid lane as well, it's worth noting the CS that we've got going on. 25 for 7 on the Deucer compared to Blink's 15 for 3. Is this kind of difference expected in this matchup?
With Drow, look at her damage right now. She's 92.
And the Snake.
Yeah.
We all know the Snake in mid lane. It's pretty dirty, especially up against the melee hero. Juggernaut's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, at least you can spin, but your mana pool isn't really...
You have your healing ward too, to just sustain a bit, but...
Just sit at 0 mana, right?
Right.
Healing ward, spin, don't let him.
Oh, look at that as well. I think, yeah, Moon realized that Ricky was around sapping the XP, so it brings crit, and they tried to go for some kind of reaction. It was nice awareness, but nonetheless, Ricky's already out of there. Innocence is safe.
Close.
So Ricky is like still being so annoying, right? They've had to use so much sentries and dust already, and he just stole a creep from Axe and XP from Axe. Like he's forcing Tusk to run around.
Mid lane,
all right.
Yeah, moving in, they're able to get crit in with the snowball and the shards. No escape for the Jug. OG picking themselves up a 3rd kill, and this lane really is going to go from strength to strength here for OG. Miracle 31 for 10, still keeping a very sizable lead on the Juggernaut. And I mean, how bad is that for a Jug to fall behind in the laning stage? Can he recover?
I think he can. I think it's going to be mainly from fighting in this game. Like, I could see maybe Slag even going for a Blink deck in this game.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone even does that anymore. But like they could take the fighting to OG maybe earlier than they would expect OG, and then this Juggernaut is still very strong with spin and healing ward.
Crit dancing around Vice Ice. It's obviously not expecting the Ricky to be here if Wings do decide to make a go. They're thinking about it, trying to bring Shadow across as well, and already the TP reactions are there. Shadow looking to move, and he's not going to commit for that one. Moon's coming on the Axe, and Wings already starting to back off. Moon won't be able to catch anyone, but he does save the life of Crit there with his presence. Top lane, might actually see some action as well, but well, bottom, Moon actually gets the call off. The Snake coming through as well. Shadow is being healed up though by the Shadow, and it's not going to be enough. That right-click damage, thanks to the Drow, is going to allow Miracle to find the kill. He's got a DD as well. So Wings backing off. So 4th kill now for OG, and all things said and done, I mean, you just got to look at the net worth. It feels so far that OG's game plan is working perfectly, and Wings a little bit all over the place.
That's a huge kill on the Slark there.
Yeah,
Axe
double damage.
A ton of experience. Slark gets slowed down heavily while he was completely free farming, and Miracle gets accelerated. With the Jug dying mid and the Slark dying bottom, that's very, very detrimental to Wings' early game plan. But still, they just need to get their level 6s on the Warlock, and then that's their main timing.
And they're going to find someone else here by the looks of it with the nuke. And again, the right click from the Drow Ranger. A 5th kill for OG, and every single lane just seems to be going their way. Wings need to look to do something. Mid lane, also Crit's already got his eye on more. He's come across on the Tusk. There's 2 of them here at the moment. Blink is backed up by Ice Ice's Warlock in case anything goes down. Crit's not going to look to make the play as of yet.
Still pretty good levels on that Warlock. He's pretty close to 6, level 5 at 7 minutes, 7.5.
Yeah, he got like Oh, what did he get? Like full lane XP? I guess they found the big camp as well.
Yeah.
On the side.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, the Warlock is actually pretty key in this game. They need to take a fight with this Warlock ultimate. I don't know, it's still hard, like getting behind against a team like OG when they have but they're not under pressure in any way. Like they feel fine going into late game and stuff, and they're ahead. It's very hard to force fights against them. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to find that fight that they need. Maybe they're gonna use Warlock also to get a kill Oracle or something, you know. But it's not really gonna change the pace on which this game is going.
Yeah, because the Darkseer is so heavily punished as well that it's like after the Golem they don't really have anything else going for them. It's like okay, hopefully someone's like straggling in a different position and you get an Omni Slash, but OG's lineup isn't really a lineup where you will see people straggling. It's going to be a 5-man oriented lineup as soon as they get their timing.
Yeah, maybe just trying to put some pressure on mid. They do have backup wings, but at the same time just can't seem to make that jump onto Miracle that they're looking for.
He went 2 in the Fatal Bonds as well. He didn't go for any upheaval early, so I guess he's just gonna prioritize this for now, and then maybe later on we'll see him switch it up.
Yeah, in this game it seems like upheaval is gonna be better later on, whereas they kind of need this damage that Fatal Bonds gives.
You can see Moon screaming out the camera, so you did actually just see as well OG just scanning this area, making sure that the Riki was not in the neighborhood. No doubt. Picking those stacks up as well on the Ancients. But still, as we can see, 4.3k, 4.2k on their two cores compares to 3.8 and the 2.8 with the respective on the side of Wings. And now grouping up OG to take a tier 1 from the mid lane. They've already been able to take them on from top. And at this point of the game, when these kind of pushes come through at 9.5 minutes, I guess Wings they don't really have the tools to deal with this kind of pressure.
Yeah, they don't.
They need Warlock ult at the very least.
Yeah.
I mean, but even if they have Warlock ult here, you know, it's still like they need to smoke in there. They need to actually smoke behind and attack them, because otherwise OG will just sit there with their 600 range heroes and like attack the tower.
Whoa. I guess he thought he was gonna lose the
Okay,
Jesus.
it's not my mic.
Brian, I think he's out of batteries.
Oh God.
Oh
Oh no. Please God no.
Oh please.
Radiant scan Wings does
Yeah,
scout the OG movement. Oh God, that's terrible. Is that
No, I don't know if you can hear us on stream, but we keep getting some interference coming through. Here we go, Moon. He's moving in aggressively here. He's going to spot the Darkseer. Wings have already got TPs coming through. Let's see how they play around this one. Moon gets the call onto 2, trying to bring them back with a smoke screen. Now there's the Golem drop. They're looking for No-Tail. Moon's already falling low as Shadow and Innocence focus him. They'll take down the Axe. No-Tail getting himself out of there. He's got the backup of the rest of OG. And they're going too aggressive for their own good here. Wings, seeing if they can catch anyone else out. Isn't going to be the case. But obviously with the Golem, Wings are going to want to try and make the most of it. Turn this into a tier 1 push as well. And in fact, Crit. Oh, he's found Blink. He's managed to find him with the Dust, and Jug taken out. Thought he could be a little bit sneaky with the Invis Room. Was it going to be the case? And OG find a kill in return. And that's going to be the end of the push here from Wings as the TP outs are already happening. In fact, the Golem might end up going down as well to OG as they'll look to chase it down here.
It's just sliding. Look at it, it doesn't even walk. This Golem actually just slides.
Easy plus 100. So when things start to look a little bit okay for Wings, they end up finding a 1-1 trade OG, and it is the better trade. And now Wings, a man down. They've got to be careful. Jug does have the Omni Slash available when they're back, but that's the Golem used, and not really too much effect there for the side of Wings as OG just recover very, very quickly.
Yeah, they don't really have that much catch besides, like, if Slark pounces on somebody. It's like the Warlock Golem and then the Slark getting on, like, actually right on top of someone. Other than that, it's very hard for them to really catch people until the Darkseer has more levels for his vacuum combo.
I mean, this is pretty much just Roshan, right? They're just gonna walk in there and kill Rosh, like Warlock ultimate. Like, and I mean that's a good reason to why Warlock isn't picked much, is because his ultimate has so long cooldown. It's like, what is it, 160? I think.
It's something ridiculous. Yeah, 165 all levels as well.
Yeah, and like it's still on cooldown for like 50 seconds right now. It's pretty sad. And they killed 1 axe, you know.
Yeah, you said you look at OG's lineup. What kind of long cooldowns are they playing around? None at all. They're just ready to go.
Yeah, an interesting choice as well for. I mean, a very smart choice from Miracle also this game, going for drums, and they're going like Dragonlance on Drow, obvious, and then but they're just pretty much just tanking up and going these early game items, and then you just know that they're gonna fight this 5-man, like. Of course, he's going Blink Deck on Axe, but I mean, I wouldn't even be against just going Vanguard first and just run, you know, be there.
Yeah. Just play to the strength of the lineup.
Yeah. But I mean, Blink, like, it doesn't really matter what he does, honestly. He can just be an axe there. Blink Dagger is nice too, because now they have a way of catching when they go for towers. So if anybody's out of position, they will just get called, and then it's pretty much just over from there. They won't be able to fight if they're one man down.
And Ben, what do you think about this as well? The Slark, he's gone for the Echo Saber first, so no Shadow Blade, no Blink Dagger, no kind of gap closing item for himself. He's felt pressured to just build the Echo straight out.
I mean, that's pretty risky because, like, if you get Stone Gaze, you have to blow. You have to just back out of the fight. He doesn't really have a way to get in there and get out at the moment. So
I was looking at it as, I mean, people were kind of like joking around when they called this like the cheap man's battle fury. So maybe he's doing it like as soon as they got the Aegis, he recognized, all right, I just have to get as much farm as possible during this time, and that's what he's using to kind of accelerate him rather than going for that Lothar where you can try to go for pickoffs.
Would you prefer that over Midas? Like, if you're not going to be fighting?
I think so. I mean, Midas doesn't, like, the thing about Echo Saber is that it gives you this intelligence and mana region, right?
Yeah.
And it's really crucial on Slack, because against a lineup like this, you really want to be split pushing as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And if you go for Midas, you will run out of mana very fast. So it's kind of, and Midas doesn't really give you anything either. Like, the timing is going to come way earlier. So if you farm your Shadow Blade while split pushing and you have a Midas, like, there's a big difference between having a Midas and an Echo Saber in this sense.
Yeah.
But I think that's the choice as well. Just
I like it. I actually do like it because, like, we were mentioning, like, OG's lineup isn't a lineup that's going to split up. You're not really going to go get this, like, pick off with your Lothar or anything. It's just not realistic. So this is just what he feels is the safer bet. And I mean, this is Wings. We've talked about it. We joked about it a bit, but they do sometimes just build very obscure things that people don't expect, but it works for them.
And as we can see, the Darks here did just finish off the mech as well. I mean, obviously we've talked about Wings, the fact that they're kind of fighting around that cooldown at the Warlock Golem. With the mech, with the healing ward, is there any kind of benefit for Wings to try and draw out the team fights with like the two cores of the Slark and the Jug? Can that work, or will OG always have the edge just because of their superior firepower at this stage?
Dire's structures.
I mean, as long as they don't all get caught out, like, you want to kill Oracle first, but you're also going to have to back off because of Stone Gaze. You also want to kill Dry Rain if she has Aegis at this point, so I don't think they have the damage to burst anyone down very quickly, which is a little bit troublesome as well.
Ideally, resetting a fight is pretty good though with the Slark, so they probably want those fights to last a bit, but they want to be able to get the Oracle out.
Oh, with these dusts, I mean, he's finding innocence as easy as pie, and he's been caught out. They'll take the Ricky. A little bit unfortunate for them that they weren't able to get the Jug, as it did look like Blink was in a bit of a spot of bother. But OG, they finally killed nonetheless, still maintaining their control in this game, putting the pressure on the tier 2 bottom. Shadow, with the Echo, is starting to push onto a tier 2 himself, and he's managed to get up to 1800 gold on top of the Echo, so it certainly does seem to have had an effect on his farm speed. And as we can see, he's only 300, 700 behind the two cores of OG, so the Slark is still keeping up with the tempo of the game here.
Can you only do the Echo Saber on carries that have HP regen? In terms of a replacement, like you mentioned.
In terms of replacement, yeah.
You go on a lifestealer too, right? And he kind of has some kind of way of healing himself.
Yeah, I guess you could. People don't do it on Jug, I guess. Although I guess in theory it could work. Not that you would.
I mean, I've seen it on Jug a few times. I just don't. Maybe it's just not. It's just not the hero to do it on. Not sure. Anyways, there's a high ground push. High ground attempt happening.
See how Wings can hold this. It's interesting as well that the fact that OG do just let the Slark continue to have all this space. So OG really wanting to go all in on this, and we'll see how successful it is. They'll manage to force out the fortification. Shadowblade now is the pickup from Slark. He's headed back to the fountain, so we'll see if he's able to catch anyone out on OG with that. Notel taking down the tier 3, now trying to keep Wings at bay. Shadow's moving in with the Shadow Blade. Let's see if he can catch him off guard. Turns towards Notel. Miracle immediately popping the Stone Gaze, forcing Wings to back up. So the initial Shadow Blade usage is not going to gather too much in favor of the side of Wings. They are holding back OG. Ice does of course have the Golem available if OG want to stick around and go for more. No-Tail still with the Aegis. Moon with that blink ready to catch anyone that he spots. It certainly seems at the moment the Wings are having a trouble trying to slow this down. No-Tail still having free range up at the Rax's Shadow. Comes in again with the Shadow Blade onto Miracle. Knows there's no Stone Gaze. Whilst the Shadow Dance continues to move in, now turns back towards No-Tail. No-Tail getting himself out of there. And again, Wings just don't seem to have the damage to do this. They're still yet to commit the vacuum, the wall, the Golem. They're still all available. No-Tail having the heal stacked onto him. White Fly Jumping in again, immediately pushing Shadow back in the sense. Here we go. Ice Ice drops the Golem down. OG now starting to scatter, falling back, but as we can see, just no damage is being done to OG at all, and they'll just turn around, take down the Golem. Nice 165-second cooldown. And OG, they just don't seem to be phased at all by Wings, and Wings just seemed unable to dent the armor at this side.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. At least the Aegis is out, but they kind of don't have much to go on here. There's still Oracle Ultimate, and X hasn't really used the core yet, so it's...
Oh, and there we have it. There's your call into the dunk, and that slug down. He went all in on the purchase to the Shadow Blade, out for 40 seconds. Wings. 18 minutes in, they're gonna call it. It's all over. GG, well played. OG may have been beaten down early in the tournament by Wings, but this game one at the grand finals, it just never came together for Wings. I mean, what, was it the draft? Was it the play? Where did it all go wrong? So he's saying we're not going to see Dragon for the rest of the series. You got to ban it. Wings now respect the fact that OG can pull it off so well. Because you were saying, Ben, obviously the fact that you don't understand if OG were really scared of Wings.
Because I think when we saw the draft yesterday, whenever OG were first pick, they still banned out the Drow Ranger. So maybe yesterday they weren't comfortable enough picking it first phase, but now